With much of the nation experiencing record cold again this week, more and more people are questioning the claims about global warming, or to use the new politically correct term, climate change. Well, here in Washington, D.C., there is no question that the climate has changed as the nation said goodbye to President George W. Bush that greeted its new president, Barack Hussein Obama. The nation also marked the 36th anniversary of the infamous Roe v. Wade decision that has led to the deaths of an estimated 50 million unborn children. Tens of thousands of Americans, young and old, came to the capital city to mark the anniversary and carry a message to the new president. Change is needed and change is welcome, but it must be change that protects all unborn children. On the same day, his second day in office, President Obama issued executive orders closing Guantanamo Bay and prohibiting interrogation techniques which have been described as torture on terrorists. Ironically, on the same day that the torture of terrorists was banned, the president had been widely expected to issue an executive order forcing U.S. taxpayers to export abortion overseas. Now, whether it was the irony of such contradictory orders or a desire to extend an olive branch to the millions of pro-life Americans to whom the president promised to reduce the number of abortions during his campaign, he momentarily stayed his destructive policy on the unborn. If this was an olive branch, we would have preferred an olive tree. While much has been said about the potential push for the Freedom of Choice Act, or FOCA, that would potentially erase from the law books nearly all state-approved pro-life measures like parental consent and even the ban on partial birth abortion, the real threat appears to be incremental, as we see in the president's proposed stimulus package. In a bill that is supposed to jumpstart the economy, there are radical social policies like major expansion of family planning at taxpayers' expense. Now, family planning is liberal code language for abortion, counseling, and contraception. The most dangerous part of his proposal is that children at any income level and at any age can apply on their own without consent or involvement of their parents for these drugs and devices. Mr. President, this has nothing to do with stimulating the economy. This is just another bailout, a bailout for Planned Parenthood. Next week, the Family Research Council will release its recommendations on what a meaningful economic recovery package should include. We hope that the Obama administration and both parties in Congress will be attentive to the needs of the families as they debate on how to jumpstart the economy.